This show made me want a lifetime supply of jelly tarts. The Dragon Prince is the epic fantasy anime to stream on the one and only Netflix. And during my time having COVID in isolation for 10 days, I binged watched this entire show. So the Dragon Prince tells the story taking place in this fantasy realm where one kingdom has is home to humans, and the other Zadia is home to fantasy creatures, including dragons. If you couldn't tell by the title, so and elf Rayla go is sent on a mission to uh, go and assassinate the humans for what they did to the Dragon King years ago. But once Rayla meets the princes in unexpected circumstances, they bombed and discover that the egg of the Dragon Prince that was thought to have been destroyed is alive. And Rayla realizes that there is more good in the humans than she was told, and she and the princes Callum and Ezram and Bates, Ezran's chameleon, go on a quest to Zadia to return the Dragon Prince, who they name Zim, home to his mother, the Dragon Queen. And while this is going on, Lord Viren, the king's evil advisor, is has been contacting a evil spiritual elf through the mirror that takes the form of a caterpillar and plots to declare war on Zadia, and his daughter Claudia and his son Zoran have to make a choice whose side are they on. Now, I know I initially stated that Dragon Ball Z was my favourite anime of all time, but that opinion has now changed. The Dragon Prince is now, for me, well, not just the prince, but the king of all anime. Whoa! I was blown the fuck away by all of 3 books of this anime. I mean, whoa! Is quite simply a masterpiece of a TV. And without the show, I don't know how I could have gotten through my isolation and getting over COVID. Uh, but this was right up my alley, as you all know how much of a fantasy nerd I am. And I plan to make a movie trilogy someday titled The Dragon Queen. I mean, but I'm not going to copy anything from the Dragon Prince, but this show is bound to give fantasy gurus inspiration. As far as fantasy Netflix shows goes, I personally would put this above The Witcher. I mean, season 1 of The Witcher I enjoyed, but season 2 not so much. But thankfully, the Dragon Prince never dipped in quality, and the episodes are dead easy to sit through, being only 20 minutes at most. So you can sit through more than one in just one day, which is why I was able to finish it so rapidly. Take note, Stranger Things Season 4, you don't need to extend the fuck out of your episodes to an hour. And the show just gets better with each progressing season, and the scale gets larger, the plot thickens, the stakes get sky high, and the and and when we get to Zadia by book 3, I mean, Zadia is full of unsurpassable beauty. Zadia is full of unsurpassable beauty, and there are some bioluminous sequences in this show that are look gorgeous, just like the hidden world from How to Train Your Dragon. Granted, this show is never going to be at the quality of How to Train Your Dragon, but it's still a damn good fantasy, and there are literally a ton of characters to remember. But my absolute favorite character in this show is Rayla, the elf, the Scottish elf. She always does what's right, not what is easy, and she's the one to suggest the quest for Zadia in the first place, and she's the first character to see hope that the human world and Zadia can one day be at peace and end this unnecessary war. And on top of that, she is the most badass character in this show, bar none, and she's so pretty and elegant, and yeah, yeah, and she is the ideal love interest for Callum. They naturally built chemistry over 3 seasons, and see Ms. Alertha, you're not the only fantasy saga where a human and an elf can be together, and Callum is like the young Merlin of this universe who's still finding his confidence and doubting himself whether he can do magic, and the younger Prince Ezrin. I mean, he has this gift to bond with creatures, and he is so gentle and easily approachable. And though he's a kid, he's already a king material. And fun fact, he's actually voiced by a female child actress, kind of like our Bart is voiced by Nancy Cartwright in The Simpsons. But she does an extraordinary job of making her voice sound so masculine, and Bates gets some of the standout comedy moments of the show, and he doesn't even need to talk to do so. And the baker of the palace who constantly bakes the jelly tarts. I mean, oh wow, what a nice chap. And I particularly love his friendship with Ezra, and I just cannot get enough of jelly tarts. And the dragons at this show are badass as hell, and you know how I praise it when dragons don't talk, but for this show, I'm amazingly okay with it because they don't constantly throw out aggravating pop cultural references. They legit say cool lines of dialogue, and the dragons are handled maturely. They are not there for comedy purposes, which I love. And I mean, that's a golden dragon who's blind in season 3 was freaking awesome, and so is the Dragon Queen. I mean, Zim Shaw has a glamorous mother, and Zim himself, I mean, he is one cutie pie, and he's the only dragon in the show that never talks because he's just an infant. But maybe books 4 to 7 will be Zim's coming of age story, and for him fulfilling his destiny of becoming the future Dragon King. You have the Sun Elves who live in this golden city. I mean, and yeah, the the Vision grants and her stunning birds, Fifi. And on the side of the humans, you have Claudia and Sorin, the brother and sister and children of the antagonist Lord Viren. And throughout the show, you have no idea if they can be trusted or not. I mean, Sorin starts out as the pompous jerk, but he does side with our heroes at the end. But so Claudia, she's completely torn, and she just feels like she cannot leave her father, even though her father is doing just the most horrendous crimes, and they don't make the humans or Zadia so black and white. They never say, "Oh, the humans are evil and Zadia's good." No, the entire war between them is just a misunderstanding. And even though the prince's father, the king, technically killed Zim's father, the Dragon King, there is still hope that this new generation can fix the mistakes that the old generation made, and the villain Viren. I mean, he is like the Jafar of the Dragon Prince, but twice as disturbing as Jafar. I mean, and he lets this evil Elfa so easy through the that he sees through the mirror so easily manipulate him and corrupt him because of Viren that the king of the kingdom killed the Dragon King in the first place. And though he does show he still loves his kids, I mean, his goal for power is what blinds him. And the season finale of Book 3 is one bee mammoth finale. I mean, that's a final battle is gigantic by TV animation standards, and some of the flashback episodes when they delve into the backstory of how the war between Zadia and the Human Kingdom started, and everybody's motivation, it gets fucking heartbreaking. There is not a single episode in each season that doesn't serve a purpose in some form, and yeah, it gets uh, full marks for animation. The blend of a hand drawn and CGI here is electrifying, and each design of the characters is just as electrifying. One character I hope gets a expanded role in future seasons is the prince's aunt Amaya, the sister of their mother, who's deaf and needs a sign language translator to speak for her, because she is cool as hell, and I love that all the women in this universe can fight and are dressed in armor. So overall, all the Dragon Prince soars and it flies high above all other animes. I mean, and if you still yet to check out this show, then nothing's stopping you. What are you waiting for?
I give the Dragon Prince 5 stars out of 5. Best TV show ever.
I am going to be speechless if book 4, 5, and 6 are however many more books they're planning to do. They may even do book 7. Can top the first 3 books. So, well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on the Dragon Prince? So please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I have more reviews coming your way, as well as my how I would have wrote and directed Spider-Man No Way Home. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.